Hey, what's going on, everybody? Who is ready for some dispatching live? It is Thursday. It is noon Central Time. That means it is time for some load board search advice. Some good times searching the load boards. Do you have a route scout? Are you having trouble with a route? Are you having difficulty verifying a load? Are you a dealer? Are you a broker? Dispatcher? How about window office executive? If you want to take a look at what's happening today on the load boards in auto transport, well, this is the show. This is Dispatching Live. So thank you so much for joining us today. Please do jump into the live chat. We're going to go to the live chat in a moment. Mic check 1 2 3. How we doing, by the way? We got a bit of a mic check. 1 2 check check. I think you can hear me okay. The audio changes over time. And so let me know if that changes, you can't hear me. If I'm blasting, let me know. And by the way, while you're helping me, I want to help you. Please do leave a like. Please click share, copy, grab the YouTube link, send it to a friend. Send it to somebody that needs to know what you're going through, what you're looking at, or maybe, reality check. And in fact, I got another couple emails this week about folks looking at getting into dispatching, either found the car hauling dispatcher training series, or one of the dispatching shows, or got a family member out on the road, and instead of having somebody else do it, maybe a family member does it, so that we want to help you. And remember, you can go to autotransportintel.com, click on sign up, become an ATI insider, talk to Ty, get a little bit of coaching advice, get on the round table, get the email. We're here to help. We're Auto Transport Intel. My name is Jay, and it is now time to bring in Sue. Sue, can you see me and hear me?
I can, Jay. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
Because I haven't sent you my cardboard cutout yet, which I'm working on.
What is going on? Yeah, where's the cardboard cutout? So where does that go? Like, next to me? What
sit it right beside you. Yeah, you got to sit it like right beside you, like we're sitting there talking to each
the
other.
whole show. Here's what I was thinking. I was wondering, what if? Send it to me. Absolutely, I want that. We'll put that on the show.
I found a place that does it.
But what we'll do is
I just got to get a picture all worked out.
what we'll do is we'll find a way to maybe set up another camera, like camera C, and it'll be the Sue cam, right? And what we need is we need a driver to tape it to their grill, so when they're driving down the road, there's Sue. That would be crazy. Who wants to do that? Who wants to tape Sue to your grill? Let us know. Let's say hello to the live chat. we got John Cochran, LAI Auto Transport from DC. Thank you so much, John. I love the consistency of sharing the name and the info. Love that. Thank you, John. Vistog is in here. Okay, here we go. In a world where popcorn comes pre-buttered, it's Jay the Car Czar and Sue, not a boy named Sue, here to dispatch cars. Legal, not all kernels popped or buttered completely. Awesome, man. That's great. Two Bears Transportation, David is here. I thought Speed Week was referring to the Daytona 500. Yeah, I was, like a la Shark Week. I'm calling this Speed Week because the DOT in the FMCSA, well, the FMCSA stays in the office. The DOT is out on the road checking to make sure you're not speeding. So it's Speed Week. Carlos Braxton, ACB Logistics is in here. What's going on, Carlos? How's Carlos doing? Sue?
I think Carlos is still broke down.
Get out of here. Wow, that's been weeks. That is tough. Carlos,
yeah.
I got money blowing around the office. Carlos, we appreciate you and your patience. Keep us posted. Our thoughts are with you. That is some pretty tough stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is.
Yeah, I've got another driver having the same kind of problems.
Really?
That was one of the things we're going to talk about. Yeah.
Wow.
Carlos was lucky enough to have a buddy that went and delivered his cars for him. My guy got stuck in Knoxville, Tennessee, only 260 miles from Charlotte to drop off his two. Or he had three. And so he's been stuck there. He hit something in the road. It cost $16,000 worth of damage on his truck. Okay. And so, of course, the insurance has to come out to assess it, to agree to it, you know, blah, 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 blah. We've been waiting 2 weeks for that one. They won't start the work on it till next week after he comes on Fridays when he's scheduled to come, right? And so we took 4 vehicles. We took a Vanagon and 3 trucks. 2 trucks were for, this broker is not a big broker, but a broker that's been around for a long time. I've worked with them many times. If I said her name and you've been in the business for any length of time, you know who it was. I'm just very, very, very disappointed in what's going on with them.
Really?
So these 2 trucks that we were taking, we took them from Denver going to Charlotte. They were supposed to pay $1,900. He is only 260 miles away. They literally are only paying my driver $500 because they're claiming they're spending $1,400 to move it 260 miles.
What?
I said, I don't believe them. I think they're taking the money and putting it in their pocket. I don't know about anybody else. That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
$1,400.
I said, I want a receipt.
Well, what are they doing?
Yeah,
Having it towed? They're paying a tow truck? Flatbed?
No, I don't know what they're doing. I know they're lying.
Yeah.
Like he said, I would have taken an Uber and paid and brought them back and forth for less money than that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is.
Anyways, but I told him I want receipts. I want load sheets. I gotta have proof. I don't believe them.
Yeah,
I still don't have proof.
And that's
because,
only
like I told
fair.
Her, I said my insurance companies don't want it. Yeah, it's only fair.
Yeah, send me. Yeah,
and
go
I
ahead and
said,
send.
insurance company wants it.
Yeah, there you go. The insurance company wants to see your doctored up receipts.
Yeah. Because honestly, I had one for Metrogistics, and they moved it for like $150, and it was the same size of truck. It was just $2,500. And I told them that. I said, Metro we were supposed to get paid, and Metro didn't even really take much. So that's shocking in itself. I think we were supposed to get paid $802 or something, or $831, and they still paid us $780 for the load.
Honestly, that is pretty good.
But
yeah.
But this company took $1,400 to move it 260 miles. Everybody knows
that is ridiculous. How much is that a mile?
Yes.
Let's get that calculator. How many miles?
Was it like $10 a mile or something?
Yeah,
like that?
right. What the?
1,400 divided by 260. $5.38 a mile.
A mile.
For 2 trucks.
260? Yeah.
There were nothing weird about the trucks, just so everybody knows. They're just regular 2500s, not lifted, not anything. And she seriously, because I know this lady pretty well from over the years, and she said that's what my boss told me to do, which sounds to me like the boss is keeping, what, $1,000 in his pocket, probably? That's what it sounds like to me.
Let's go into it. I need to get a tinfoil hat around here. Put on my tinfoil hat. Although I do have the detective's hat. Hang on one second. So, I think I need to put the straps up. Here, hang on one second. Hold on. And on that, well, here's what I want to know as I go into Captain Dispatching Detective mode. What do you think is going on? What is going on here? There we go. That's way better. Why? What are they thinking?
Think they kept the money. Yeah. Because we even said that's not fair. I know we're broke down. I know it's been 2 weeks, but it all happened all through the holiday and everything, so there was nothing that could be done. It happened that Wednesday right before the 4th of July weekend. And there was nothing we could do about it because they wouldn't look at it. Nobody would, nothing was open to get part prices, stuff like that till Tuesday. So we told them.
Was it a dealership? Was it a dealership?
Yeah, it was dealer to dealer.
Right, and the dealer's claiming that they lost that money. The dealer's breathing down the broker's neck.
No, never got a phone call from them. That's what she told me. She said, well, they haven't called me yet, so we're not going to stress about it, is what she told me. Ooh. So what happened was we couldn't get it off our trailer because the truck is broke down, and it's at a tow company. They didn't have anything big enough to hold our trailer down because we didn't want to tip it over, taking it off, because it's a 4-car, 2 of them were up in the air, okay? So we were waiting for that tow truck to come in this last Saturday, to take them off the trailer, which we did. And immediately, as soon as we told her on Monday morning they were off, ready to go, that's when that all happened. $500.
So the tow company's gouging them.
No, the tow company is where my truck is sitting at. That has nothing to do with
Two bad
them.
guesses.
We don't. Yeah, no.
So there's so nobody's gouging them. They're just pocketing the money.
I think they're pocketing the money. She didn't give me any excuse. She just said, my boss said I had to do it this way. And Janice said to them, she said, so you're telling me it costs $1,400 for 2 trucks to go 260 miles. She wouldn't answer that. She just said, this is what the boss told me to do. But it's scandalous. I mean, let's knock somebody down while they're already down. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean?
Well, and there you go. That brings us to the wonderful social media that we see regularly. Be yourself, have confidence, yada, yada, yada. But when it comes down to it, people will screw each other over a dime. Or a dollar, or $1,400 in this case.
Or $1,400. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad.
I'm just over it because he went 1,000 miles for $500. Basically, that's what happened. That's just totally crazy to me. But
well, it's certainly wrong.
Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, no, there's nowhere to go but up from there. But that is terrible.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do with that?
And well, welcome to dispatching, right? And here's the thing. You know what, Sue? Here's your context. Sue, is that your job? Let me rephrase that. Obviously, you have to help handle logistics, but you didn't cause the truck to break down. It's not your job.
No.
But you're doing that job because who's the last line of defense? Dispatch.
Me. Yeah.
Which is ironic that that's also the vertical that is considered the most illegal in trucking.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good times.
I mean, it's our job to tell, the brokers and the individuals what's going on, where the truck is at and all that stuff. And it's our job when it comes over like that for us to go find out what the hell's going on. But I still haven't gotten proof of anything, which means to me they don't have anything. So I'm not sure how that relates. Could I go after their broker bond? I mean, What can you do about that?
And that's what the owner's thinking. How are they going to go after me? Right? He's out there with his fishing pole. Bzzz. How are they going to go after me?
Reeling in the money. Yeah.
Let's see. I'll park the Lambo in the sub tunnel. Well, they won't see the Lambo. Bzzz. How will they go after me?
Well, here's the question. And maybe you know somebody who knows somebody, but could we go after their broker bond?
Not technically, right? Because
we didn't finish.
Can't go after the broker bond because we didn't really do anything wrong. Their truck broke down, and nowhere in the agreement. Well, probably on page 5, really small, it says we're in total control if anything happens to you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, book it, Dano. Let's go back into the live chat. I think we covered that sufficiently, and I'm sure the hate mail's on the way. Let's see here. Exotic Hotshot says that's great. I think he's talking about the Sue Cam. Fritz Duvall's here. What's going on?
Oh.
And hello, Constantine. Thank you for tuning in and saying hello. Ants Transportation. Hey, everybody. Yeah, good times. We're already having so much fun. Khaled Shamali. Is it still hot out there? Yeah, cool. That's perfect, because what we need to go back into is, right, Constantine wants to know the name of the broker. I'll tell you what. We'll make you a deal. Because we do not say company names live on the air. We know how the world works. We're dispatchers.
I did.
So if you want to know, send Sue, contact Sue, And then just to make sure that you're legit, she'll have to verify your phone number. There's a whole verification process. She'll set up your login password. You got to go through CAPTCHA to make sure you're not a robot, and then maybe then she'll tell you who it is.
I actually put it on there for
right. She's like, no, I've already put it on Instagram. She's like, I got this. Hey, Sue, what is the load by? Wow, what's going on the load board today?
So we're down to 41,000. It's dropped quite a bit since last week. I think we were at 47 and change.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And I've noticed it's been getting tougher for loads as well. I mean, that's just kind of what it happens. Because, this 41,000 loads doesn't mean like there's 41,000 good loads. It means there's just 41,000 loads. So that 41,000 loads is going to include their $50 loads, their $90 loads. It's going to be their crap loads. So
diced tomatoes.
If we wanted to put in, yeah, pretty much. If we wanted to put in 50 cents a mile minimum loads, I guarantee you it's probably in, well, I can't say that because even at $90, it's only 121 miles. It's going to end up in there too. We'd have to put in there another thing that's like a minimum of $300 a car or something like that. But needless to say, people should be seeing that it's getting harder to find good paying loads, even though the price of gas is going up, as I'm sure you all know.
Well, it's July, and this is pretty typical. I mean, I think less people, I think in general, less people are, in the spare bedroom staring at the computer. People are getting outside, they're going on vacations, etc.
Yeah.
And, whatever else.
And that's, I mean, typically gas goes up during this time of the year, no matter what we do, because people are vacationing and that's what they do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help you if you're a truck driver because you don't want that to go up because then your expenses go up, obviously. And the rates don't usually match what it
This dog is loads that are actually in Finland. That is funny, yo. Right now, somebody at M Company is like, ooh, that's good. Actual pickup, actual delivery, Finland.
So needless to say, we're having a little bit more difficult time finding loads. It's not as hard as it usually is. Like this is the start of we usually start slow season about August, right? Mm-hmm. And it rolls all the way up through usually December. So, I mean, we're not there yet. I think it's going to be, if we keep going at the rate that this is showing, I don't think we'll be down as far as the rates go until I'm going to predict and say September-ish, October-ish.
Check this.
We'll see what happens.
Well, check this out. So the used dealer inventory market and players are expecting a wild Q4. Yeah. So this should be a Q4 like we've never had. But, I mean, that's the thing is, this has been one heck of a, and that's why it's so important. I know it's boring as all get out to watch the news on Tuesday nights about dealers and auctions and blah, blah, blah. When are you going to talk about transport again? But now that we know a lot of what's happening in the marketplace, this should be a really weird Q4. So I don't know.
Well, because it's been a really weird year, period. Yeah, I mean, where are they going to get all the cars at? I didn't think they could find any used cars. I thought that's the problem. There's no cars out there.
No, they're not. And that's the thing. But so what's going to happen is, it's just like everything else in that a year ago, it's so weird what happened a year ago with, and I'm not talking about vaccines and viruses and stuff. I'm talking about the rental car market. Hertz went bankrupt, and everybody's like, oh my God, we got to sell all these rental cars. You know what happened a year later? Meaning now, nobody has rental cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So the pendulum will swing the other direction, and there'll be cars coming out of people's eyeballs. Something like that. I don't know. This dog says we need multiple cutouts. Sue?
Like emojis. That's
right,
Let's see if I can do something like that.
Right, and then you could change you spin the cardboard cutout wheel, and she's happy, she's mad, she's dispatching.
Oh, and we're pulling my hair out on the top of my head. Can we make one like that?
Oh my God, that's great.
So,
Oh, you know what I was thinking? This would be good.
okay.
Why don't you do this, Sue? Remember how you were talking about
Okay.
it's 40,000 plus loads, but that's without some of the filtering. What if
Right, let's
you
filter it.
Yeah, let's filter. Let's see what we got. This would be we're going to call this the cream o' the crop search. Let me go ahead and shake on my dice
And we
because
need to,
Yeah?
today we also need to take a look at the new load board search because they're going to make a switch. I don't know if everybody got the email, but it's coming up quick.
I'm so
What
glad.
did it say? Was it I can't even remember. I didn't even want to look at it. I just sent it to Jay and I pretended I didn't see it.
It's one of those emails you open,
it's-
you're like, oh God. There's a date on there.
Yeah. I saw it come across my screen like 10 times because I get it for all the drivers, and I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so
I'd rather open a letter from the IRS.
We're gonna put $300, and let's put a minimum pay of 50 cents a mile, and let's see what it does to us now. Because I don't think we can do this in the new search. I'm not sure. We're gonna have to practice that. All right, we got 27,690 in the next 3 days. The minimum of $300.50 a mile. That's actually not that bad, considering.
Right, but look, yeah, with a little bit of filter, you just drop 25%.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's change it. I want to do one more filter. Instead of 50 cents a mile, let's do more than that. What do you think? 65? Let's try. I'm just curious as what's over 50 cents a mile.
Oh, I like that. This would be your gold bar search.
Okay, so that dropped us down another
Platinum,
8,000
silver.
loads right there. Wow.
Right. Let's do gold bar.
So,
Let's do
yeah,
over
this
a
would
buck.
be.
Over a
Let's
buck a
do
mile.
gold bar. Okay.
Yeah, because this will be. We'll call this the
Let's
silver
just do a buck
search.
a mile.
There should be statistics for all this. You got your penny search.
There should be. We should.
Your silver search. Your
we should.
gold bar search.
We never do this. We always do this, but we don't ever write it down just so we know for future
Well,
reference.
yeah,
We'll have to go back and watch the shows next year
Right,
and go, this
exactly.
is what we had. All right, so we got 68.12 at $1 a mile. But, you know, the first thing on there is a Kenworth semi.
I was just going to say, that's going to... yeah, once you filter out, you know, cranes and tomatoes...
Yeah.
Well, tomatoes...
Yeah,
but
there you go.
Yeah. Cranes and what else have we
Alright.
seen? Buses, farm equipment.
Yeah. There's been a lot of that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what's going on.
Scissor lifts.
Maybe
Nobody's
they're
getting a
charging more to
scissor
lift
lift.
them.
My God.
Look at
A
this.
A scissor lift
Douglas,
may as well not have wheels. Those things are crazy.
Someone's got 4 Tahoes in Douglas, Arizona, going to LA for $2,500.
Wow, can you get that?
I don't know where Douglas, Arizona is.
4 Tahoes?
I don't know where Douglas is. Yeah. My Infinity trailer could haul 4 Tahoes. Yeah.
Wow.
But the average Kaufman or mini Kaufman or Appalachian, no, not going to happen. Sun Valley, yeah, probably. Belly loader, no, because the Tahoe would be too tall. But I want to see what Douglas is. That
I know I've
doesn't
heard
ring
of
a
it.
bell to me. We're just going to put it in next to Phoenix, because that's your hub, basically. 232 miles from. Oh, well, it's by the border of Mexico. It probably should pay that, because you ain't just bringing Tahoes back.
Hey, speaking of, I see this in the. Let's talk about crossing the border, because Exotic put it in here. Here's a question for you guys. Hypothetically, if there's a high-paying load coming out of Canada, what do I have to do to get them besides having a passport? And I'll tell you what, Constantine, that's a great question for Brian on Wednesday with the DOT compliance, because I guarantee it's way more than you realize. That's just.
I think at one time or another, and I don't know if this is what they're still doing, but you have to pay to go in and out for each car, is what it was originally. Like a percentage of that car. Now, it shouldn't be up to the driver to pay that. It should be up to the owner or, you know, broker or whatever, but that's what it was originally. I don't know if that's still the same. Things have changed so much, so who knows?
Well, and that's the thing too, is there's two roads here. There's, yeah, I'm sure you could do it.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then there's what all do you need to do it legally?
Yes. Because you definitely don't want to get stopped.
I have no idea what I just said. Let's see here. Chris.
Silverman has a question.
Oh, yeah. Silverman. Oh, yeah, okay, so I had a broker slip in. I owe him $50, but it wasn't listed initially. I like the question. Can I ask to see their contract? Yeah, you can ask.
Yeah, technically, yes, you can. I'm usually upfront about it. I'll just tell you it when it happens. But there's a lot of, and I don't want to call them straight brokers, because a lot of times they're dealers that do this. So there's a lot of times they're import exporters that do this, and it happens all the time, where they slip that in after the fact. It's like all state to state is one of them.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
know if anybody's ever dealt with that.
I didn't hear that. But slip that in LLC.
But anyways,
they do that.
They're on. They're on my brokers of not to use, and it's not just for that. It's because they call you and text you every 5 minutes as to where you're at, what you're doing, who you're with, all of the above. Yeah.
Oh man.
That kind of thing. Kind of like the M company.
Oh no.
Which leads me into a load.
Yeah. What's your story? You got an M company story.
So okay, so I know. So M Company uses ship.cars, so that kind of leads you where this is. So I requested a load. It was an instant book load. Took it, got it yesterday, done. Got another one this morning. This is all for the same company, by the way, for my transporter. Did another one today. Got it, done. We request one that wasn't an instant book. They send us an email that says, we need pictures of your truck and trailer. We need business references. We need to know how long you've been doing this, blah, blah, blah. You know, the whole spiel. And because you haven't done many loads for us. I'm like, I've got one on my trailer right now for you. And now you're asking for this stuff? And the stuff that I have on is a Porsche Cayman, and they're asking this stuff for a Ford Flex. First off, who buys them anyways? They're ugly. But anyways, beside the point, why would you need all this information for a Ford Flex when I got a Porsche on there that's worth triple that? I don't get it. The rhyme and reasoning for doing the stuff they do does not make any sense at all, as we all know.
And I was going to ask you. Here's what's so funny. I was going to ask you, because my issues with them go back several years, and what I was wondering is, do they still do it the same way? Which is, here's what really bothered me, and I said it to them too. This is not. I'm not keeping a secret. I said this on the phone. So basically, you've got two divisions. You've got whatever regular stuff, and then VIP. And when I book VIP, it pays about the same, but you ask a lot more of me and the carrier.
Right.
So
because you're not allowed to talk to.
Can we get a piece of the VIP? And I literally didn't get an answer. I think they must have morning meetings. If you don't like the answer on the phone, don't answer it. Here's your choices.
And just
don't answer, laugh, say something else, or make something up.
Avoid.
There you go, everybody. Get back to work.
There's a thing, avoid.
And it was
or I didn't understand you.
It was this total game. And ultimately, no matter which choice you pick, you can last longer than them because we have all the money. And they wore me out. I was on the phone with this person for like 20 minutes. They literally just, I've never seen it. They didn't get tired of it. Yeah. No. Yeah, Jay. Yep, it's a VIP. So can we get some more money out of it? Ha, 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 ha. So why do we have to do all this stuff? That's our policy. It's company policy. All right. Well, the driver's on the road. I mean, I can't get all the pictures right now. We'll then do this, call us back when you get all the pictures. Yeah, but we're on the phone now. You already know who I am. You already know who the company is. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. It's just, it goes around and around. It's ridiculous. But nobody knows this except for us. And that's the great secret. Is that, because this is also in the morning meetings. Listen, who cares how terrible it is in the dispatch department? The rest of the world has no idea. because we've plastered the rest of the world with our ads about how we're the #1 business in transport. So if all the dispatchers know the truth about us,
works for them.
Who cares?
No. They don't care because the customers don't.
No, the customers don't care. The customers, you know how the customer found us? They Googled cheap car shipping. So already we're all in the same boat together. Who cares?
Yep. That or they were on UShip, one of the two.
Oh yeah, nobody cares.
That's their other favorite place is UShip. I mean, I will. You gotta give the guy some kudos. I mean, he started at nothing, and he's huge. He's sold it now, right? Didn't you say he sold it?
Yeah, but that's kind of like saying that, you know, even though Jeff Bezos isn't CEO of Amazon, that he's like just walked away and he's in an RV. Come on.
Right. Well, true.
Speculating live. That's a total guess.
Yeah, true. I mean, he went from nothing to having. I mean, to having this huge company.
And it is,
I got to give him a little kudos.
Absolutely.
It's shady, but don't get me wrong.
Nowhere in my diatribe did I attack him personally. In fact, I don't attack him personally. I'm talking about what the company's become. It's a, you know, they like to say dumpster fire. That's what it's like dealing with the dispatch. It's like a dumpster fire. It's just that you're the only one that's going to burn to a crisp. Everybody else is going to be fine.
Well, if they had people that understood what they were even talking about half the time, that would be helpful. A lot of times they just talk, like you said, they talk in circles. They don't know what they're talking about, and they're just like, it's like they're repeating a script to you.
That's exactly the morning meetings I'm talking. There is a morning meeting. There has to be this. There's a training module on this, and I'm way off the speculation map, but I don't know how else everybody does it the same, because they can't just be guessing. And it's also, you know what's really frustrating, and this is more of a social comment. I don't understand why, if you go to a business and the cashier is willing to jump on the grenade and take you out because you have a problem with your fries. Hey, just take the fries back. We don't have to go around and around about how, you know, just help me out. But that's not what happens. You get the front line stall, and this cashier decides this is their last bastion. This is Custer's last stand. I'll be danged if you're going to get another cheeseburger.
Sorry.
Bless you. I went on such a diatribe, I made Sue sneeze.
No, that's allergies. I've been doing it all day.
Oh, okay. Dang, I really wanted credit for that. We do have things to do today. Okay. We are going to search for loads at some point. Yeah.
Yes. Does anybody have a search we need to look for?
Hey, if you've got a route scout, let us know. Sue's got more stories, and because Dispatcher War Stories is the name of the game. How about something about dispatchers not verifying? What's that story?
So, you know, I'm a broker. So when I dispatch cars to people, and it's a dispatcher, and I can tell it's a dispatcher, and they will not verify the cars. It specifically says in my contract. I usually even remind them as I'm sending them the load, make sure you verify. Well, I had one go to pick up a car on Saturday at Odessa, Cincinnati. They called me, they texted me, and they're like, this car isn't there. I'm like, well, that's not possible. I just talked to my owner. He says it's there. Well, the guard check says it's not there. Can you talk to us? I'm like, well, if the guard check is telling you it's not there, guess what? On Saturday, nobody's doing anything on a Saturday. I have to talk to the inside at the actual auction, find out who took it, why they took it, what's going on. I said, because the guard check doesn't know anything. As I told you guys, most of the guard checks don't even work for the auctions usually, so they really don't care. But when I said to her, did you verify this car? If they're telling you it left 2 days ago and I dispatched it to you yesterday, then you couldn't have verified the car, right? There's no way. So I said, did you not verify the car? Well, that's the driver's fault. He didn't verify it. I'm like, well, as a dispatcher, that should be your fault. That's your job. Never got an answer back about that. But I said, I've been doing this for 17 years. I always verify all my cars for my drivers here, So you should have done that. And we still don't know what happened to the car. I think somebody took it by accident. I don't know how that happened because you have to have a gate pass.
I know the
desk,
answer
it's gone.
I know the answer. You're the dispatcher. You're supposed to verify that car. You know what the answer is?
What?
That's literally an answer. Apparently in auto transport. That's all you got to do. Next time you're in a situation
That's all
and you don't want to answer, just do that. It's apparently an answer.
For which one? What are we talking about?
Constantine, wow, really drilling it down. I've actually seen the second half of that company name before. I don't know what it is, though. And I also think that that was the old recipe, is to literally bid on every car.
About the Porsche CEC.
Which, I mean, at that point, U-Ship's really a wholesaler. I mean, I'm speculating, but I think they think they're in retail, but I think they're in wholesale, as a matter of fact. This dog I picked up a load 2 days early, delivered 1 day early, then the broker called and asked why I'm late. Told me he was going to dock my pay. I was already paid. It was on a check on delivery.
Oh my God.
You know the answer to that one, Miss Daga? Ha ha ha.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Hey, what's up, Candy? Candy's
I've
here.
had that happen too. Or I've gotten in trouble for delivering early, and it didn't matter. It was going to a dealership, and they chewed my ass out because we delivered a day early. I'm like, really?
You've told. I love that story.
Faster.
That you got chewed out because you were early. I love that story.
Yeah.
And that goes right along with. Here's another one. I'm gonna do another drive-by on this with the VIP. Is that you can't talk to the customer. That's part of the VIP experience. And which I know nothing says VIP like being unable to talk to the folks that are actually delivering the goods. But anyways, so I as the dispatcher, I didn't have the customer's contact information. Somehow the driver got it. I don't know if he went on Google. I don't know what happened. I called and they're like, "Oh yeah, just come on by anytime and deliver it." Meanwhile, we had this 2-hour window we couldn't hit. So did they find out we didn't hit the window? We went around them, found the customer. What would they have done? Wile E. Coyote.
I used to have a driver. Yes, I had a driver with the same deal with them, and every time it was a VIP, he always got their names and numbers. I don't know how he did it either, and he would go directly around them, ignore them, and do it all himself. And and they never said a word about it, or they probably did the laugh.
Right.
That's probably what it was.
You gotta put your shoulders into it. That's because that's what sells it. That's why
the best
emojis
part
work.
Isn't their name always like their names are always like Ray or Dave or and names are not.
It's kind of like, you know what? It's like
speak English.
In Apocalypse Now, he hands out those cards when he. Right? Okay. And he's flipping them out. So that's what they do at the morning meeting. Okay, today you're Ray. And you're Bob. You're going to be Jack. All right, now everybody, A through D, right? A, say whatever. B is ha, ha, ha. Get to work.
That's true, though. It's so true. Oh, so funny. Anyways.
Oh, God. I know we got more stories
here.
Hey,
there's Candy's here, too.
Oh, I know. Candy's here.
And John.
Hey,
you know what? Hey, Candy.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out. Unless we chased her off. That was probably because she's looking to learn more about dispatching, and she just watched 40 minutes of insanity. Right? Like, what? Why would I want to learn more about this? Well, if you're still here, if you're still with us, Sue, how would you here I'm gonna try to read the email, okay? Hello. My husband and a friend already own a truck that's able to pull 3 cars. And I was thinking I could learn and do it and help them. But what's that? What does that look like? Where do I start? What should I do?
So, taken a few phone calls for people who are doing this, and I try to help them as much as I can. This isn't easy because you have to, the hardest part probably is finding the loads that will make it work to make your money. Calling and getting the load is easy. Verifying a car is easy, but routing them to make sure you make the right amount of money is the hardest probably part. And the hardest part I have when training somebody is for them to see the loads on the board. And I think that's just practice, practice, practice. And what I would probably recommend is practicing before you even are doing these loads for anybody. Go on there and go, okay, so my driver's out of this area. And this is how I train them. I'll say, okay, I got a driver in Atlanta, find me a load. I only want to go 600-mile radius or something like that. Find me a load. It needs to pay altogether $2 a mile with all your zip codes. So sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, because sometimes the loads aren't there. But as I explained to them, you may only see 1 or 2 loads right now, but you've got time. You've got the next day or whatever. You got all day to look for that third vehicle. It's going to pop up usually if you go to areas that you know always have loads. Now, that's the trick of having experience. I know where to send my drivers to make sure I can get them out. And that also includes, like, if they want to be home on Friday, I have to make sure I send them to a certain area that I know loads are going to take them back to where they live. And that is experience. That's doing it day in, day out for at least 6 to 8 months. I've done it for 17 years. So, I mean, I've got to, I know what I'm doing. And it's hard to see that. And it's, if you don't know, what the hot spots are or what the areas are of when, like, for example, the hardest thing is getting your driver home, like if he wants to be home on Friday. So say you send them someplace and you're like, oh God, I don't know if I can get them out of there to take them home. Then you need to be looking backwards, is what I always tell you. Go look out of where you're thinking about sending them. Make sure there's loads that are going to take you back to, say, Atlanta. And if there aren't any loads on there and you've checked it for a couple hours, don't take that load because you know that there's no loads coming out of there. For example, I sent my driver up from Atlanta to Iowa. I know just from past experience, there's usually loads out of Iowa going to either Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia. So I sent him up there. I was already booking him out of there as I was loading him. I only had him 2. I ended up getting the 3rd one the next day before he even got there. But so that you have to think about it that way, work backwards sometimes. But in the same problem you have is this: if a hot load comes up, you usually don't have time to think about it. You got to grab it and go, or it's going to be gone. So it's kind of hard to do. This is not an easy job for anybody. I know there's people out there that say that this is easy, but it's not. It's really not. And it's not just all the stories I'm telling you, because stuff happens all day long. You'll get the load. The load was no good. The load is in Houston, Texas instead of Des Moines, Iowa. Stuff like that happens all the time. You've got to kind of prepare for worst case scenarios. Also, like, is your driver going to make it on time? If you took something from Copart and your driver doesn't show up until 4 o'clock, you're screwed. You're not going to get loaded that day. So then you've lost a load. You either got to cancel the load and keep them moving, or you got to find something on the fly. And that doesn't always work in certain areas. So there's a lot of parts and pieces that go with this, and you've got to have some kind of experience on doing this, or at least somebody to kind of help you walk you through the beginning stages of it. Because I do a lot of outside dispatchers too that work for me, and that's how we train, is through Zoom. And I show them the screen, we go through it and we go through it and we go through it, and we just keep doing it until they get it. And some people pick it up faster than other people, and some people have to learn by doing. That's how I learned this. I didn't have anybody to help me 17 years ago. I just did it on my own and figured it out. And that's the way some people work. That's the way I work. So for her, as far as help wise, I would practice. Go on the load board and practice areas that they are driving. If they've already been doing this, they have certain routes that they like, that they know what they want to do, then you kind of have, at least that gives you a leg up, because you know the areas that they're doing. So you can go and search those areas back and forth to kind of see what comes up, who it comes up for, that kind of thing. And that might help, train you a little bit. Calling to get the loads, that takes a little bit of practice, but you're basically just calling and saying, hey, I'm calling about a load that you have listed on Central Dispatch. There's usually a load ID there. You give them the load ID, you give them the name of your company, where you're out of, and then they may ask you for, your packet or certificate of insurance, a W-9. Most people, I always tell you to keep your packet on Central Dispatch. It makes life easier. But I will tell you, there are lots of lazy brokers that will not even go get it. You'll still have to send it to them. But it does help for the most part to have your stuff on there. And I know some people are concerned that people will steal their information. I've never had that happen. It can happen, I guess, but that's why everybody only puts their federal ID number on there. You do never, in fact, Central Dispatch won't even let you put a social security on there anymore. So that will never happen. So nobody can steal your information and start their own credit and all that kind of stuff. Does that help? It was a little long-winded.
I love it. I love it. And then the thing is, and I just want to say this, hey, Baker Family Overland. And also, Fritz, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining the show. Great show last week with Fritz. And Fritz, let us know what's going on with your trailer. Fritz is selling his trailer. But I want to add this. Now
I got a guy interested in your trailer, Fritz.
Yeah. Now, take what Sue just said and add this problem. What if you currently have a job or a part-time job and you're trying to transition into this?
Yeah.
How's that go?
Yeah. That's very hard to do. I have a couple people that were doing that before they had enough drivers to become full-time dispatchers. And it's really almost impossible to have a full-time job and do this because you're looking for loads. Like, it could take you all day long to find a full load. You're not just going to walk in that morning or start at noon and wham, bam, there it is on your screen. It's not going to happen like that. We sometimes maybe get one or two and it could take all day or until the next morning till we find that third car or fourth car, depending on how big the trailer is. On top of that, these brokers and your pickups and your deliveries are going to either be calling you constantly or texting you constantly. So if you have a job where you cannot take phone calls, that's not going to work. You're going to get fired because you're going to be getting phone calls and texts all the time. It's just a regular thing that happens. And this is a time-consuming job. I'm not even going to tell you guys how many hours a week I work. It's a lot just to keep this rolling. And it's not just looking for loads. A lot of times I'm out here till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Sometimes if I've got a driver stuck on the road and I'm trying to get it situated for the next day, or I'm doing paperwork. There's lots and lots of paperwork that you're always doing and getting everything organized for the next day for the drivers and stuff like that. Now, granted, if you only have one driver, it's not going to take as much time as what we're doing here. I mean, all of our people have either 4 to 6 drivers, so we're constantly doing this. But if you've only got one truck, you might be able to work around a part-time job with that. But keep in mind of this, if you're at your job and you can't be looking for loads, if there's a sweet load that just came up, you missed it because you couldn't see it. And that's your biggest thing. You're looking for the gold bars. That's what we're always looking for, is the gold bars too. And those loads could happen anytime. It's not going to be predictable at all. You have to be there with that search engine going. And I illegally use my super dispatch refresh button, but most people do not. But I recommend it. That way you can at least rotate it every 2 minutes and see what's up.
Auto refresh. Auto?
Yes.
Is it? Auto.
We're not allowed to use it, but mine's called Super Auto Refresh.
Oh yeah. We were using
it's
code.
Right here.
Yeah, we're using code names.
Yes.
I want to say this. So now that Sue said that, and that I love that. Sue is a working dispatcher every day. You hear the office in the background. It's all real. So what do you do? And by the way, I want to mention, here's what I want to say. I wrote down Wham Bam. Okay. Let's talk about Wham Bam. You're going to meet people. Oh my goodness. Holy mackerel. You're going to see videos. You're going to meet people. You're going to get phone calls. Somebody's brother's cousin is just swimming in money, right? Because this is so easy. And I knew a guy that could watch movies and like dispatch a little, like book 20 trucks and then watch movies. I knew a guy that said that he knew a guy that I love this story. He owned a store and he ran register and booked 10 trucks at the same time. Whatever.
What?
Everybody else, I know.
Yeah.
Everybody else has the easiest life, and all they got to do is sit around and count the money coming in. But that won't be you. You'll be the one unlucky sod, well, along with me and maybe Sue, that has to really, really work hard. and it's an all-day thing, and you think you got a load, and then the car doesn't exist, or aliens live there, or the dealership just exploded, or the broker wants to whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. Ha ha ha. All day long, this stuff goes wrong. It's called dispatching. So now that if you're still here 50 minutes later of bad news, if you're still with us, then what you can do is, I put in a link to a dispatcher training series. Go ahead and check that out. And talk to one of the best things you can do without changing anything is find out more. What kind of equipment? What is the truck? What is the trailer? Who drives it? Where have they been driving? What running lanes have been most profitable? What vehicles have been most profitable? What brokers are you working with? Are you able to talk to any customers? Have you ever walked into a dealership and thought about actually moving the cars rather than test driving them? There's all kinds of things you can do to get more acclimated to being, ready to actually book vehicles. Do you know the average length of a vehicle? Do you know the average curb weight of a vehicle? What vehicles are popular right now? Do all those things, and you can do all of that without doing any other disruption. Keep going to work, and then learn at night. Watch this crazy show, and then you can make that next step decision. I love it. This is so crazy. These people are amazing. I want to do this. And then,
it's definitely entertaining.
Well, oh yeah. I have the best entertainment I ever got was getting the A through D crazy answers for a VIP load where I can't talk to the customer.
Yeah.
This job, it doesn't even make sense. Why it's so hard. It literally doesn't make sense. Vistaga, what percentage do you take? Okay. Just like when the kids ask what's in your wallet, you're going to give a vague answer. You have to, right? When it comes to money, be vague, be general. Sue, how do you answer this question? Because it is a percent. Here's what I say: it's a single-digit percentage. That's all. I leave it there. It's a single-digit percentage of every load that I successfully booked. And if you want to send me an email with Saga,
yes. If you want to send me an email with Saga, I will send you all the information if you'd like. It's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com.
And that really is the best way to look at it. Single-digit percentage of every load that I book that you successfully deliver. And that single-digit. And here's another thing. Another thing that everybody that counts money all day does is they promise to do everything. They're gonna handle your insurance, your MC number. They're gonna talk to the government. They're gonna run down to the scale for you. No. Your job is to book loads. Find gold bars, book them, verify them, and then help the driver with all the other million other crazy logistics things that come up. You don't do MC numbers. No.
Nope. We don't do IFTA. We don't.
No.
I mean, I can recommend places to go to for all these places, but I do not do any of that.
Yes.
There's just too much time involved, and then if we screw something up, it's not even worth it.
Even chasing invoices, I'll do it because I want the carrier to get paid so the dispatcher can get paid. Because that's another thing. Think about it this way: if everything you book is a 30-day pay,
we should talk about that.
Can they get? Let's talk about that. How does the dispatcher get paid?
So let's talk about that because that's one of the questions I have come up. Or they're like, oh, I haven't been paid on these loads, so I'm not going to pay you. So we don't work like that. You pay us once a week. It's the following Friday. We send out an invoice this Friday. It's going to be paid the following Friday. It has nothing to do with your accounts receivable and what you've got paid or anything like that. Some people think that's the way it should be, but it cannot be, because the same thing if you agreed to take 30-day pays, that means you must have enough money in your pocket to make it there. Doesn't mean that I'm going to have that much money to pay my employees. So I've still got to have that money coming in. I get that a lot. But it does say in my contract what I expect and how we expect to get paid. Now, we do chase invoices all the time. Our biggest problem, more or less, is that if the transporter doesn't let us know they didn't get it, we're not going to chase it if we don't know it, kind of thing. So what we do as soon as we send out an invoice, we call and find out when it's going to be paid, who told us it was going to be paid, and we kind of know, we're going to know where the broker's coming out of. So if you're like, we had this happen with a broker the other day. They were out of Atlanta, Georgia. My driver was out of Greer, South Carolina. If you know the area, that's less than 200 miles away. We've been waiting for this check for over 15 days. There's no way they ever mailed it. And they kept telling us they did, and it never cleared. So guess what? They never sent it. So now they did a deluxe e-check instead, which personally, I think everything now, if it's going to be a billing, needs to be either an ACH, an e-check, something to that effect, because the mail is not working any longer, or it's taking forever to get there. And it's not fair to the driver. It's not fair to us. And it doesn't make any sense to do it that way. But you talk to these bigger brokers and they're like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm just like, why? For one thing, I think deluxe e-check is almost free to do. It doesn't cost hardly anything to do. And ACH anymore is usually free if you have a decent bank. So why not do it? I pay most of my guys Cash App. If I've done a load with them and they've got Cash App, I'll pay them right then and there, just because I don't want the mail lag time in there. I'd rather them be paid, they're done, moving on. This is as a broker, of course. But they don't do it that way. And we've had invoices sometimes for 2 months. The other day we had a company that said they wouldn't stop payment on the check unless it was 4 weeks old. Come on now. Going from Ohio to Atlanta, there's a problem. And finally, they found out that the girl in the county had been lying to us all along. It's never been mailed at all. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry.
Shocker.
I don't know why she was telling you. Yeah, shocker, right?
Wow.
Well, I was actually shocked because this broker I've dealt with for years and never had them do that. But we had to talk to a supervisor, and she goes, why is she telling you this was mailed? It was never mailed. And we had talked to her like several times and said, was that it was 4 weeks that before they could stop payment. She goes, I don't know why she's telling you this. I'm handling it right now. We're doing an ACH right now. And they took care of it right then and there.
Wow.
But, that's the problem too. Sometimes you're dealing with multiple people in an accounting department for a bigger broker. And one person says it was mailed, next person says it was mailed, and all along they didn't know what the hell they were doing. So it happens a lot, unfortunately.
And I'm going to take this moment. I'm just going to go ahead and apologize for the last hour of all that negativity. There are good people everywhere. It just seems that when you're the dispatcher, you don't get to talk to them.
We get the bad. Well, we do. I mean, we have fun times with a lot of people and stuff like that. But you're right. It's always the negative that we tell you guys that's
have
happening.
Them talk to. In fact,
I want to mention crazy things to happen.
We're going to go to Larry here soon, but here's some carrier dispatcher relationship flags. Okay. If you talk to the driver and then the company owner and you see a war going on there, get out.
Yep.
Right? Because the owner owns the company, the driver's in the truck. The driver may actually know what's going on, but the owner's positive. It's their company. Anyways, you'll see that dynamic. And I had a come to Jesus talk with an owner and a driver once. And I put them both on the phone because it was all this phone tag. I put them both on the phone and said, guys, we got a problem. Because you're both telling me different things. You have different expectations. It's not working. Yep. So either you guys hash it out, fire me, let me go, whatever. And actually, they worked it out.
Yeah, I want to be done.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How about if the carrier says I need cash all the time or COD only, you got a red flag on your hands.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
If the carrier, if nobody has a CDL and they expect you to always stay loaded and make money in gold bars, you got a red flag on your hands.
Yep.
I know the non-CDL is very popular, but for a dispatcher, it's hard. Then the last flag is if your carrier always wants to stay inside of one state and be home no. That's not going to work.
Every day?
Yeah, that is not going to work as a dispatcher. Now, here's your opportunity.
No.
Now that I said that, if you're the family member and you can make that work, man, you got something that you can't hire out. You got something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris says, there's always one disconnected soul in the office who knows everything and nothing at the same time. Yeah, I think I've talked to him.
Yeah. At least once a day.
OMG. I was wondering how we would say it. OMG's got it. Ha ha ha. It's HU, 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 and then sweaty head. That is great.
That's awesome.
It is awesome, man. I think it's time. Let's see here.
It's Larry time.
It is Larry time. You know, everybody, I just want to say, because I love my memes, just post another actual pickup, actual delivery, and it's champagne time because we tricked another carrier. Let's see. We have also got, oh yes, my favorite. Second favorite? I'm not even sure. Welcome to Auto Transport. Put on a mask and jump in the ring because anything goes. This is Auto Transport. We will get to, I've got several others, which I know you're all just dying to see. We'll get to those after. We're going to play Ask Larry. So we know that on Tuesdays, on Tuesday Nights Live, we get the questions of the week, but you can play. Get ahead of the game. This is your last chance before we reveal the answers for you to go to dispatchcenter.com/Ask Larry. I'm sharing the link in the live chat. And all right, here we go. Are you a car shipping guru? We're going to test your knowledge. All right, anything is on the table. Here we go. In 1911, Chevy debuted their first vehicle. What was it? A Series C Classic 6, a Chevelle, an Impala, or a Series B1? If you're on the podcast, you can play along too. I know this one's, you got to be a car guy. Or a gal, car gal.
Yeah.
I have no idea. 1911, first vehicle. It's probably something fancy schmancy like Series. No. I go back on that. I'm going to go with a single word. I'm going to go with, dang it, I don't know what to choose. Anybody? I need help.
I don't know either. I think it's going to be one of those series things personally, but I don't know. I don't know what they are.
I know. I'm just going to go with, I know Chevelle was in the 70s. I want to say Impala. I wonder what those words mean. I'm going to go with Impala.
I'm going to go with, the Series C.
All right. Good. That's actually a really good guess. Here we go. Oh!
Oh, I got it right.
Sue's on the board. There were not even any guesses. No guesses in the live chat. That was awesome. Nice job, Sue. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2019 Ford Explorer from Yellow Pine, Idaho to Tuscaloosa, Alabama? 14, 16, 17, 19, hundreds.
Huh.
And you know, as we like to say, Larry knows his stuff. Alexa, open Quotify. Alexa and Larry, yeah. Larry, transportautoquoter.com.
I gave you the information.
I know. I'm going to go with 17.
Yeah, I think I'll go with you on that one.
Could be
It might
19,
be
though. It's
19,
tempting.
though. Yeah.
Could be.
I don't know where Yellow Pine, Idaho is, so it's kind of hard to say.
Right?
Thanks, Janice.
You're welcome.
Janice says it's in Idaho. That didn't really help me a whole lot, but
Janice? Janice!
Hi, Jay.
Hey! All right. Well, here we go. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's 19!
oh my God.
Wow.
Well, good for them. It should have been, but
Yeah,
never
no,
know.
that's great. Well, see, Larry, that's the thing. Larry knows the market. Season,
yeah.
distance, off-routeness. I think that off-routeness. Anybody?
The new word.
Off-routeness. All right, here we go. Question 3. According to KBB, what was the average price of a new light vehicle in January 2021? 28, 32, 36, 40 grand.
What does it mean? A new? You mean just like it's a lighter vehicle? Is that what that means?
A new light vehicle.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm going to go with new vehicle that's light. So a sedan light SUV?
I'm gonna say 28. Then it's either gonna be 28 or 32. Yeah, because I don't know what we're meaning
See,
exactly.
January
'Cause
2021.
Each brand
This
is
is
gonna
before
be.
the craziness. I'm going
I
to
mean,
go
if you
with,
pick a Camry,
I'm going to
it's
go
gonna be
with,
higher. It's gonna be in the 36 range. You know?
there's Idaho talk
I
in
don't
the
know.
live
This
chat.
is a hard one.
I know. I'm going to go with 32. Anybody?
And it could be a Honda Fit.
Oh my gosh,
which
it's
means,
40.
You know, so,
Whoa.
40, my God.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we need more specifics on that because Honda Fit isn't going to be that high. You know what I mean?
Vistaga's in Umatilla, Idaho.
Oregon.
Oh,
I
is
think
it
he's in
Oregon?
Umatilla, Oregon, it says.
Umatilla, Oregon?
Yeah.
Oh, Umatilla, Oregon.
Well, it says OR, so I'm assuming
but
Oregon.
Constantine is in Idaho. That's funny. Here we go.
No, he says I'm starting my day from Idaho today.
Oh, today. I can't read. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2020 Hyundai Tucson from Boulder, Colorado to Tacoma, Washington? Is it 880, 1,040, 1195, or 13?
Be right back, Jake.
Okay, Sue's going away. All right, so it's just me and you. Awkward. So what is the most appropriate carrier pay amount for a 2020 Hyundai Tucson from Boulder to Tacoma? I imagine that's a somewhat of a route. I know it's over the Rockies. I'm gonna go with. I'll go with 1195. Could be 1325. I'm curious what you all think. Still hear the office in the background. Isn't it strange without Sue? Like, what happened? Where's Sue? Oh, it's 10:40. Maybe a couple people liked that one. All right, question 5 is up. Should we wait for her? It could be a good one. We might wait for her. I'll tell you what. We know we got the Muggo problems. Oh, and we need to search. Okay, so things we still need to do. We got about 20 minutes left. Yeah, I missed it too, Constantine. So we're still going to search Florida to Florida, and then Fritz wants Maryland to Ohio. Let's see, we did carrier flags. We still got Muggo problems over here. And I know Sue's got, and we still have, okay, let's make a note. So we have those searches. We have the mug. Then we have a few more news items. And I know Sue's got, let's see, she talked about dispatchers. Oh, and those picks. Oh, yes, we're going to talk about the definition of a run and drive. Sue's got states.
Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Yes.
By the way, Copart or the IA has a new definition of a run and drive.
Ooh.
You know what their new definition is?
Is it?
So
wait,
is it the one? A lot.
Is it the
wait?
Is it the runs, wait? Is it the one you're getting? Is it the one you sent me?
Nope.
Oh, what? There's another one
where it's not 3 foot forward, 3 foot back anymore. So that was the rules. Copart and IA's rules were 3 foot forward, 3 foot back if it runs and drives. That is no longer the rules.
Oh.
As long as they turn it over, that's a run and drive, which is not true.
Which it's so funny because that's why I call it a Start N Lurch.
Oh, well, yeah.
I've called it that all along, and they've just updated it to actually be Start N Lurch because run and drive. See,
well, no, here's.
Yeah, okay, please.
Here's the problem: they're missing wheels, and they're calling them runs and drives.
It's not even lurching.
No.
So if it turns over, it's a run and drive?
If it turns over and engages and goes into, drive or whatever, they consider that a run and drive. But when we asked them if all 4 tires were on the ground, they're like, no, we're missing a front tire. So how is that a run and drive? I'm not driving it down the damn street.
Well, that's just my negativity comes home to roost because this is what I keep saying about, like, everything is so crazy. You can name it. That's what's genius. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it a zoom zoom, even though it has no
Right.
wheels. Yeah. No,
Right.
we have our zoom zoom special.
That's crazy.
Does it have wheels?
Yeah.
No. Of course not.
Yeah.
Zoom zoom specials never have wheels. What's wrong with
Yeah.
you? Yeah, well, and that's why run and drive, I came to learn as a dispatcher, run and drive actually means start and lurch. Because that's all you're doing. You're starting it, and if it lurches in pretty much any direction, it's a run and drive.
Well, from now on, we have to ask for IA if they have all tires on the ground and it's rollable.
Well, that's why you
because
always
they're
need
not
pictures.
giving that info.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're going to get their
Well, that's
storage.
the problem.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
Yeah,
messing
they
with,
want their
don't be
storage.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
The storage, they got that. The auction fees,
Oh, yeah.
they got that. But,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you want tires and keys? Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no, you should have mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, and see, and here we have a lot of problems when we'll deliver cars and there's no keys. And I usually call them and let them know. I'm like, oh, no, there's keys. And I look on, like, Copart website tells you right there if there's keys on it. And they'll also, even if it was supposed to have keys, Copart and IA will both tell you that they are not responsible for the keys. You get what you get. And it doesn't matter if they're not there or not. They always try to drive. The driver's always the one at fault, don't you know? But they cut them off. You know, I don't know if most people have been to both those places, but they put a metal loop around the steering wheel with the keys. I don't know how many times I've gone there and that key is gone. Sometimes it's laying on the floor. Sometimes it's underneath the seat. But people there.
Did you
Well,
did you check the
we'll
metal
say
loop?
allegedly
I
people
did.
there. Yeah. Yeah. Allegedly, the people that work for those places are the ones that usually take the stuff. Just so everybody knows. That's why the batteries miss. That's why key fobs are missing. That's why certain things off of the cars, like Cadillac converters, are missing. So there's that. So there's nothing that anybody can do, but yet they call us and scream at us saying there was no keys. This is missing. This is missing. And I'm like, call Copart or call IA. They will tell you they don't guarantee anything, and neither do we.
Do we have any
So.
friends left, Sue?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I think it'd just be us. It's me and you in the background, and some people in the live chat that just. If you like this show, you've been through the pain. It's the only way.
Yes.
It's the only way you're still
Yes.
here.
You have been through the pain.
This is the pain crew.
Yeah.
Everybody's been through significant pain. Speaking of pain, let's do question 5. Here we go.
Okay.
What does CDL stand for? Oh, well, here's the gimme.
Yes, commercial driver's license. That's easy.
Commercial driver's license.
I love the different ones. Central dispatching loads.
Central dispatching loads. Okay. Let's do. Oh, we do have to do Muggo problems. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go.
Yep.
Drum roll, please. You know, I mean, by now, my gosh, we've had Muggo problems for an hour straight. Yeah, here's another one. They said they had a forklift at the offload location, but I don't drive there personally to confirm that.
Okay.
Why I wrote that.
All right.
They said they had. Oh, they said they had a forklift at offload location. I don't drive there personally to confirm that. I think probably in my pain, what I'm saying is, how many times have you been told they have a forklift at drop off and that doesn't work out right
And
either?
they lie.
Oh my
They
god!
lie.
How
Yeah.
many times?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Or no, this is my favorite one. I'll say, do you have a forklift at delivery? And they'll say, I will get it off. That's all they'll say. I will get it off. And I'm like, does that mean you have a forklift? No, we will get it off. Don't worry. We do this all the time. We will get it off. That's what I usually hear.
You're welcome.
And you know what? I was green and I was told that, and I was like, well, you know, I think I put on the dispatch.
Yeah.
They said they will get it off. Then your phone rings.
Yep.
What are you talking about? Anyways, so I sent John's cousin Phil, and they said they will get it off, and they scratched his
Yeah.
trailer.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I've had them break my trailers before with their equipment before too. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Like broke the lights off of it one time. They dropped the car right on the back end of it and
Right.
bent it and
Oh
broke the
my
lights off,
God.
ramps and all that other bullshit.
And,
Yeah.
and are they worried about having damaged the trailer?
No. See ya.
What drop off location that said they had a forklift and then damaged the trailer actually compensates you or cares?
I think I had it once. I think they gave him like $1,000 while we were standing there,
Nice.
plus the
Nice.
price of the car.
Hey,
But you're right. They don't usually give a crap.
So, yep, grab a mask and jump right in. It's auto transport. Speaking of jumping right in and grabbing a mask because it's auto transport.
Oh, July 21st.
Okay, so what happens? What happens on July 21st? Is this it? Is this the cliff?
I guess so. That's what it's saying.
I like how it says,
So it
you know,
will
like
know-
you can and we listened and nowhere in
Yeah.
there does it say anything about a cliff. You can do all this,
And now
don't
you
worry.
will
Oh
put
wait,
it
it
on
says
a map.
oh wait, it says you still have access to your saved searches, and paid notifications, and we'll continue to make that better too, but yeah, I think that this is a fancy way of saying July 22 what? And I'm not
Which
going to be
grade?
here next week. Here's the really crazy. I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to see the cliff. I'm going to be in Colorado. So our next show, we don't have a show next week, which is probably good because July 22nd is going to be nuts at the Sioux household.
Yes.
Yeah. So
We'll talk
be,
about the following week.
yeah, on July 29th, hopefully, yeah, people have their arms glued back
Yeah.
on. That is going to be insane. Here we go.
Yeah.
Stinking red load.
Yeah.
Send them to me.
Yeah.
You got a stinking red
And then-
load? Send it to me, autotransportintel@gmail.com. And look at that. I even blurred out all the company information. Sue sent it to me.
Yeah. And there was 2 of them. I just sent you one. They had 2 of them listed like that.
Oh, shucks.
Because you
Or how
jump
about
on
this?
that and take
Hey, how about this? Is
that.
it po-
Yeah, my diced tomato.
How about on the new? How about on the updated auto transport load board update?
Yeah, is that going to be allowed?
Can you? How about we not see diced tomatoes on the
Yeah.
updated auto transport load board?
Yeah. That was, I gotta
That'd
say,
be
I don't know if
cool.
I've ever seen that before. That was a first for me of canned tomatoes. So.
Constantine's like, yeah, I already picked them up and moved them. Woo! Okay. Hey, here's some good news, right? We, take the good with the bad. Mannheim, Lot Vision, nationwide.
Ooh,
Yes.
well, yeah.
There we go.
How many more we got?
So it says the technology is on track to be fully deployed by September 30 to all remaining sites, minus a handful of sites
Oh.
that don't compel the need for the tool.
Oh,
So that
okay.
sounds pretty good.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I like it.
Probably underneath the
Okay.
same.
Start and lurch. I mean, run and drive.
At the time.
At the time the vehicle arrived at Copart's location. This was definitely written
You're
by...
the one that just hit the wall, aren't it?
I mean, this is one lawyer language. Okay, Copart verified that the vehicle started, could be put into gear, and was capable of moving forward under its own power. So they even specify direction, forward. There is no guarantee, representation, or warranty that the vehicle is in roadworthy condition or can be driven lawfully upon the highways of any state. There is no guarantee, representation, or warranty that the vehicle will start, drive, or move forward. Which is funny because that's what originally did happen, but that's out the window. Under its own power at
Yeah.
the time the vehicle is picked up. Ah, yes.
Yep.
So there's
As is.
there's the divide. The divide is
Yep.
it was
Once it's
capable
removed.
versus it is capable. It is the member's sole responsibility, member being buyer, carrier, to ascertain, confirm, research, inspect, and or investigate the vehicle prior to bidding on it. Again, that's the buyer. Nowhere in here is the carrier even mentioned, because it's assumed that the buyer is the carrier, probably, for all intents and purposes. Once the vehicle's removed, yeah, see, again, once it's removed, we don't know how it was removed. There is no guarantee, representation, or warranty that it was removed, but it has been, and once it is, the member accepts the vehicle as is.
Yep.
Nowhere in there is they are.
And that's when they turn it on the driver.
Oh yeah. No. Bye. Enjoy that. Have a good Start N Lurch. Okay, that was good times. Let's see here. V2 Dispatch is excited to announce the release of Rapid Pay. Did you send me this? Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
I did.
Yeah, no, here's why I looked at this. The official load board of Roadrunner Auto Transport, they have a load board?
I guess so. I didn't know about it until I got
Bless
this.
you. I never heard of that.
Thank you.
Huh. Interesting, isn't that? I found that really interesting. Yeah, we did Larry. Let's see. So what else? We did the, oh yeah, what's going on with all the states? Sue's states break. What is this? Sue?
Do I know?
Breakdown of
Lost me.
states or something?
Breakdown of states.
Let's see here. Let's jump into live. All states on the show, we need to discuss my breakdown on how much they took. Oh!
Oh,
Whoops.
that's all states. Yeah, yeah,
Wha-
yeah. Yep, you said their name. Whoops. Whoops, Jay.
Busted! Oh my gosh, the truck's even broken. Oh my gosh, the wheels have come off. Finally, we get our revenge on the show. Hey, let's do this. We got a few minutes left. Go ahead and share your screen. We got to do Florida to Florida and Maryland to Ohio. Fritz is literally like sprawled out on the desk. Oh my God, they're finally gonna search Maryland to Ohio.
Okay, so Maryland to Ohio or Florida to Florida? Which one are we doing first?
I don't know. You pick. I think Fritz.
Let's
was
do
in
Maryland.
first. Yeah, there you go.
All right, let's do Maryland. Hello. There we go. To Florida. And we're going to put, let's put at least 60 cents a mile. Let's see what comes up. $42 loads. Okay. So we got the finest carrier. They always pay good, and it's usually never this. It's always a Tesla. I don't know why they put them on as BMWs, but they're always Teslas.
Weird.
So that's not a bad paying load.
So it's a dealer. Then. Is it a dealer?
Yeah. Well, usually it's usually picking up from Tesla, going to a customer, or going to a dealer.
Oh.
I almost always pick up from a Tesla place.
That's
every time
really
they send
weird
me
that they
one.
listed as a BMW, but allegedly, we're speculating
do it-
live.
Yeah, speculating, but yes, they do it every single time. And I
That
don't
is
know if it's because they
interesting.
don't want people to know it's a Tesla. I'm not really sure what the reasoning is behind it.
Oh,
Is it because
that's
they're
funny.
heavier, or they just people don't want to mess with a Tesla? I don't know. I've not had any real problems with Teslas,
That
to
is
be honest.
really,
They usually
really
have them
funny.
charged for us by the time we get there. So let's see. We got that's going the opposite direction. We got a Tallahassee. There's a Fort Lauderdale. The Jeep Wrangler for $700.
Now wait. Did you do
Oh.
Maryland to Florida?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it's Maryland to
drum.
Ohio. I'm sorry.
Ah.
So
Jay.
right now we're not searching for anybody. What are these guys, dispatchers?
It's Jay's fault. I didn't see it. All right. Maryland to Ohio it is.
Auto Transport
Let's see.
Intel, dispatching live, Maryland, Ohio.
Take two.
Take two.
Okay. All right. What we got? Well, we only have 8 loads. That's not good. Here's a 4-pack out of Bell Camp going to Geneva. You have a Bell Camp going up to Illyria. I think Bell Camp is kind of way out of the way too. I think it's up to the north and to the east of Baltimore, if
and
I'm not, or the west of Baltimore.
I was thinking it was kind
I
of
think.
near the port. I'm actually going to check that. Bell Camp.
Yeah, let's look.
It's like a staging area for auctions and stuff, maybe.
I thought
Okay,
there was a auction over there.
There is. Okay,
For
Bel
some
Air
reason,
Auto
but-
Auction. Yeah. And it's off I-95. That seems
Oh,
like a
so
pretty
it's
good
north.
area. Yeah.
It's north of Baltimore, northeast of Baltimore. Okay.
Nice.
So it's really not on your beaten path for sure. I don't, you know, especially if you got to go through Baltimore to go up that far, you better pick up more than one car is what I would recommend. Otherwise, it's
Amen.
probably
Hey,
not
and
worth
this
it.
gets into why the Central Dispatch new look is so awesome. Right?
Because it doesn't give you, how far away everything
Wait,
is
I
from
said
Baltimore.
so
Now,
awesome,
it's
Sue.
not that was so awesome. Anyways, so on this one, it's not going to show us how many miles because I didn't put in Baltimore with 100-mile radius. I just put in Maryland. So that's why we have to go and look to see where these places are at.
Can we still
There's
wait a
really
minute?
not a whole lot on here.
Can we still see? Wait, are the miles gone already? From the
No,
city?
they're gone because I put in Maryland. I didn't put in Baltimore. Now,
Okay.
look, I'll put in Baltimore for you.
I was like that sweating
That's the
emoji.
difference.
Okay. All right, cool.
And I told them about this in my meeting. I said, you guys don't understand how important this is, especially for a new dispatcher or a new driver, because they want to see that. Now, granted, it's not correct because they're doing air miles, but you can, I always usually add 10 to it just to cover my ass on where it really is at. All right, let's just do Baltimore.
I'm
Maryland
doing
to
the
Ohio.
reaction
So now it's going to tell
shot.
us.
I'm going to do the reaction shot. Go ahead and say that again, Sue. I'm going to be the reaction shot.
What did I just say?
Why it's so important.
Oh, it's so important for newbies and transporters because that way they can see exactly where it is from the distance of where their driver is sitting. And if you don't have that, then you're going to be plugging all this in. And by the time you plug it all in, guess what? That load's already gone. And I always add 10 miles to it because it's usually wrong because they do air miles and not real driving miles for everybody. You know what would be even better since they're making this so great for everybody? Why wouldn't they put on here how much you're going to pay in tolls to go do this shit? That's what they should do.
Are you still going? Oh, yeah. No,
Yes, I'm still going.
No, we're totally going to take care of that.
Oh my. Anyways, all right, let's see what we got here. We got some enclosed stuff. And it's also going to bring me up PA because I put a 100-mile radius around Baltimore. So, and sometimes it's easier to pick up in Pennsylvania, like Mannheim, than it is to pick up in Baltimore, just so everybody knows. I've done that before. Let's see. We got one in Vienna, but that's an enclosed trailer. We got Washington, D.C. with an in-op. Oh, yeah, that's going to go someplace. Okay, who's going to go to Washington, D.C. and with an in-op and pick that up?
Do you go in?
Please, let's all stand up.
Right, is this inside the triangle? Right, if you don't know, DC's a triangle.
I think so.
And if you go in that triangle with your
you-
truck, oh my God. I sent a guy in there one time. He yelled.
And he
his
told you
head
never
off.
do it again.
And when he described what he was, he
Yeah.
literally described, he was like, Jay, here's what I'm seeing. I'm in my truck. I can't go forward. I'm trying to back up. There are people everywhere. There are cars everywhere. He's
Uh-huh.
like, people are honking at me right now. Can you hear them? You know, like, don't drive into DC again.
And that's the way it will be.
Yeah.
Because what's the likelihood that that car is not sitting at someone's house? It's
Right, it's an
I
in-op.
guarantee
Oh,
you it's not at a dealership.
Right. And
We'll see what year it is too. Here's your first clue. It's a 77. More than
Right.
likely it's sitting inside somebody's garage or something to that effect.
if you're
And they expect
lucky,
you to
it's
pull
on.
up.
If you're lucky, it's on the pavement. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it has all wheels to it. And it rolls.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's way more to that story that we do
So,
not
yeah,
know.
so
And it
what-
definitely is not paying enough money.
I was just gonna say, what should be the cents per mile to get you to call that? Is that $1.50?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do it for any less than that just because of where you're going to. I mean, you're going into the heart of it. You're right. There's no turning around. There's no backing up. I don't think these people realize that sometimes we're in excess of 70 feet long. We're not just pulling into their front of their house saying, okay, we're ready to load it up. It doesn't work like that.
You're probably
Sorry, that was my imitation.
No, I like that was good. That was good. What I think you're probably gonna need to do is, I think they're gonna need to hire a flatbed to load it, take it to a terminal, and now ship it from a terminal. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what
probably
it needs to be
what's
done.
gonna happen. But there's gonna be a lot more blood and pain before we get to that.
Yep. I'm sure there's a lot we're missing.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Here's a Nissan Leaf in Cincinnati, Maryland, which I don't know where that one's at either. It's 90 cents a mile. That's not bad. I'm not seeing a full load on here though.
You know
These
why
are
that
big
is?
fans.
You know why that is, Vistaga? Because it's not a real laugh. It's forced. It's made up, and it's just something to buy some more time. That's it. It has a tree growing through the hood. Yes, Constantine. Yes.
Yep.
The man knows
Probably.
pain. Yes.
That was it. The rest of the stuff right now I'm looking at is in PA. Let's see if there's anything in Virginia.
Yeah.
Culpeper's way over
Well, that's
there.
probably. Hey, that makes sense. That's why he wanted us to look. He wanted to verify that he wasn't crazy.
No, he's not crazy. There's no
No.
loads on here.
No.
No. This is one of those, if you want to run this route, you're sitting here watching this all day, and as soon as it comes up, you better grab it or it's gone. I mean,
That's
you don't
right.
even think about it. You grab it and go.
Such a good point. Once again, I always say is that what do I say? Just because you saw it doesn't mean you can have it. No, that's different. But
Exactly.
yes.
Well, that's true too, though.
Right. This is what I was trying to say. Phew. Is that we've only been here for a few minutes. So we're just seeing whatever's still sitting on the buffet line. But
Right.
they're going to bring out some
Right.
new crab legs pretty soon, and we want to be poised
Yep.
as soon as those things hit the
Ready.
buffet. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's another reason why you were saying if you had another job, you wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? Because as soon as that load comes up, you got to be able to access it, call it, get it, and go. Hey, it looks like North Coast. Hey, look, North Coast just added more to it. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right on.
He's got 4. He just
And-
listed, but they're
and
not.
those
They're all
pay
picking
good.
up the same place.
That is amazing. That literally
But they're
just
going-
happened. That's it.
Yep.
Those are going to be
Yep.
gone. How long until those are gone?
If this is someone's route, they're going to be gone within the next 5 to 10 minutes,
I
or
mean-
you're going to. And he texts, so I wouldn't even call him. I would text him, and grab whatever you wanted right then and there.
I'd text and call. I'd be like this.
Because even though they're going to different places, at least they're one pickup in Maryland. That
So
makes
we're going
life
to do
way
this.
easier.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I'm texting. Oh, no. Don't say, and don't tell them you're using 2 media. Don't do that. Hi, I'm calling about a load, but you're texting, right? You're texting, stick
Right.
with the media, and whatever one is most successful, well, I mean, I don't know at what point you stop using 2 media, but I would use 2 media. That's my
Yeah.
2 cents.
I've worked with North Coast Auto Mall quite a bit, so I know he's a texter, so I would just text right away. And if he doesn't answer the text, then you call. I mean, I do both. And then we use the bat phone. If I would probably ask him to go up to 300 on the rest of those cars.
What's a
Just
bat
why
phone,
not?
Sue? What's a bat phone?
So so I have a bat phone, which is a totally different number than our numbers in here. So what we do is if we had him on the line, and I wouldn't do this to North Coast because I think he'll come up on the price. But anyways, we would have one person calling on the bat phone. We would have one person calling on one of our phones, and they would be asking for more money. We would be asking for more money. So it makes the broker think there's more people out there that want more money, so I better raise the price.
Oh, God. Oh my God, that's so funny. I swear I didn't know what you were gonna say, but I knew it would be amazing because a bat. It's kind of like, so in real life we know there's burner phones, right? The bat
Uh-huh.
phone is
Yeah.
your burner phone, except you actually don't. You just keep
Yeah.
using it. But
Yes.
and
Yes.
the
Or
thing
if,
is,
or we use the bat phone for people who don't we use the bat phone for a couple companies that don't like certain of our drivers, but they know us. So we'll use the bat phone so we can get the load for that other driver.
you're killing me. You're killing me. You know we're live right now. People are hearing us.
Yes, I know.
Hey, I want you to refresh. Are these all still there?
Let's see. He takes a while to take stuff off, so he may already have
okay.
somebody. And then
Yeah.
let's see, three of them were left on there, but one of them.
Was there
Let me go see
4?
if they're back on here still. Yeah, there was 4. He may have already dispatched one, or he's in the process of dispatching. I just want to make sure it didn't drop down to the bottom.
And you know what's cool is if you're new and you're watching, I'll go back to the.
Gone.
This is a great.
He's dispatching these.
What an example of real life. Here come the crab legs. They're coming out. They're going to be gone. You better grab some.
Yeah.
Wow.
He already got rid of the 300, so someone's probably getting all of these. And also another trick for everybody is if we're saying something about a load or somebody says, hey, go look at this load and you can't see it. If you put in Control F, and whether it be the name of the car, the type of car, or the name of the broker, let's just put in North. There you go. Brings you to all those loads. And that's even if you had 500 loads up there, you could put it in there like that.
That is a gem right there. You're so right. Control F. Wow. Brilliant. You just saved 2 minutes of sweaty scanning.
Yeah, true. Especially if you got to, my dispatcher will be in here and I'll be like, go call in those cars right now. And I can't see them. I'm like, Control F North. You'll get them all right there. And we do that all the time. Or I'll say, I'm looking at a Chrysler Pacifica, put in Pacifica, and it'll bring up Pacifica too.
Actually,
anything that's in
this
that
Daga
page,
asks, what about the ringtone on your bat phone? How about this? What would you set the ringtone to be? Like
probably a nuclear siren.
Right, exactly. Ring. Or how about I know what it should be. It should be Jen laughing.
There you go.
Oh God, I love it. Let's see. We didn't check Florida.
It is bright orange. My bat phone is bright orange. It should be, what, bright blue?
Love it.
But it's bright orange.
That is, by the way, that's
Jen. Can you get the bat phone?
I think that ringtone right there is the same one from The Office. The sitcom.
Yes, it is.
It is. It's
from the is it?
The TV show, yeah, The Office.
Yes, I know.
Hey, let's check Florida, and then we're going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for sticking around on Dispatching Live. We hope you're having fun. We hope you're learning something. And it's not just for you and me and Sue, but send this show to somebody that needs to understand this is what it's really like. Oh, you think that's a run and drive? Yeah. No. Have a look at this show, and if you watch a few days after that we go live, in the video description there are clickable time codes. Not today, but in a couple days it'll be there. And we do want to help. I know this show's full of negative information, but we all know, that's why we have phone calls with our friends, because we want to hear the truth. And this is the truth. So welcome to Dispatching Truth with Jay and Sue. You're welcome to jump in the live chat, leave a comment below. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to do $1 a mile, because if you're doing inside the state, you should be getting $1 a mile, right?
I agree. I like it.
All right. So here we go. Got 216, but that should be right. I mean, 27 miles, $95. $45. See, I just don't like. I mean, honestly, you should be paying over $1 a month, because I don't think you should do a load for less than $200 at least.
Well, that's what, and that's why you have to do dollar per mile and minimum pay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at this.
Back it up.
United Road.
I can't stand seeing that. I hate
Yes.
$45
It's like, okay, for
loads.
example, this United Road. Yeah, it's $1.29, 45 bucks. They take a fee, just so everybody knows, if you want to get paid before 30 days. It's 5% plus $1.25 if you're getting paid a quick pay. And then it goes on from there. So then that doesn't even add up to nothing by the time you're said and done. Why even do it? A tow truck driver gets paid more than that. Like they've got more.
I'm doing something else. Let me know when you're done looking at $45 loads.
Oh, there's an ambulance for 500 bucks, but it's huge. Let's
Oh,
see. Dollar, okay, 135. Fort Myers to Miami. Should be more like 150 bucks
I
usually.
can't take it anymore, Sue. You've got to hit the back button and do that minimum $100 pay. I cannot look at $50 stinking
Okay,
cars.
so-
I can't do it.
We're gonna go then.
I'm
What, a
physically
minimum
unable.
of 200 bucks? Or
I'm
what do you think?
allergic to $45 cars.
Let's see. All right, we're going back. We're
Thank
gonna
you.
put $1 per mile.
Thank you.
And we're gonna put, what do you want the minimum to be?
100 bucks.
150, 200?
100 bucks. 100 bucks.
I think that's too cheap too.
Well,
All
it
right,
is,
let's go.
but that's why I'm being nice. I'm being
Yeah.
nice. 100 bucks.
Put 100. Okay, so we got 106 loads now. So 135, 200. Here's a 7-pack for 315. I think that's ridiculous. I know it's only 20 miles, but $315 is not that much.
For 7? Mm,
For 7, it's only 20 miles, but still.
mm.
There's a lot of time
Bless you.
involved in loading and unloading 7 vehicles, for real.
Oh, no.
Unless you're one of those Chinese shows that they show them putting them on there within like 2 seconds. But I doubt that's happening there in Miami, Florida. Let's see.
Hit my...
150, 120.
Oh, there it is.
Let's see. Oh, there's a Boston whaler boat to go to Jacksonville.
Ooh, a
with
boat,
for
yay.
$500.
Are we
That's-
seeing
on a
anything?
22-foot trailer.
Have you seen? Because we were like what 3 months ago. It was Gold Bar City. Have you seen anything you like yet?
No,
I haven't either.
and usually I would want like packs. I wouldn't want to drive around for this crap. To me, I mean, I know people do it, but I wouldn't do it.
Oh my God.
I would think that's just too much work for all day to make, 350 bucks for all day. It just doesn't seem like that's enough money to me.
I know.
This is a good, decent load, but it's not ready till the 16th.
Mm,
It's a big van.
mm.
Let's see. There's not a lot of loads that are like right together going to the same
Oh, no,
place.
this
Is what I'm
is,
noticing.
yeah.
So here's a 3-pack from Greenville, Florida,
Mm,
to Jacksonville. Probably going to the port. That's probably
right.
not too bad, but I don't know where Greenville, Florida is.
Greenville, Florida. Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that.
Not familiar with that one. Here's a 9-pack for $450, and those are probably in-ups because it says loading assistance at pickup and drop off.
Yeah.
Which, just so everybody knows, you can't fork on all of those cars because
Mm.
they're not going to fork them underneath the bottom usually. They're only going to fork the top. So I don't know how that works. Here's a 7-pack doing the same thing for $350. I mean, I guess if you could do both these loads in the same day, that's still not that much money though for a basically have a
honestly,
9 car, right?
yeah, I do not on principle. I do not like looking at loads that I'm gonna have to explain how many days or what we're gonna split.
Yes.
I actually can't stand that. Yeah, because again, that doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. You're on the phone. An hour's gone by and you haven't done anything.
Right. And you spend an hour verifying them too on top of that.
Oh god.
So here's a yacht. It's not on a trailer. It's 30 foot. Okay. This is that same thing we looked up.
It's not on a
last week, I believe.
trailer. What?
Yeah. Just throw that sucker on the back of my wedge trailer, please.
Well, you know what
Could
we
you
can do?
attach it down
We
for
can.
me
We
as
can.
well?
I think we can fit the diced tomatoes in the back of the boat.
Or maybe that JVC telehandler thing. We'll put that on top of the yacht. Or no, we'll use that to lift up the yacht. Isn't that thing that was the crane thing we looked at?
Oh
last
yeah, that's
week?
it. That's it. Put
We'll
the
go get
tomatoes in
that.
the boat. You put the bumper pull to pull up the boat.
Yep. There you go. That's how we do things around
That's it.
here.
If it
Let's
fits, it
see.
chips.
There's some more. We've got more, looks like odd, weird stuff on here. A lot of more RVs and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm calling to book the diced tomatoes. Oh, you need a picture of my trailer. Oh, okay, and you need
Yeah, look at
additional
this.
insurance. Oh, okay, yeah, and then what else do you need? Oh, yeah. Oh, and we need to get a certificate. We need to talk to the driver. All for some diced tomatoes.
Wow, that's kind of cool. You see this?
Wow. Tank.
That's kind of neat.
Resvani
I bet it's super
tank,
heavy.
Military
Yeah,
edition.
it's gonna be. Yeah.
Who's
Okay,
the
so that's
automaker?
on here. How much is it paying?
Resvani?
They want it enclosed
Sure.
for $650. Well, I get it, but I bet you that thing weighs a ton. What's the curb weight on that? Let's look.
What kind of deal do you think they made with a customer? Speculating live. This is the end of the show. All right, speculating live, end of the show. What's the carrier pay?
Carrier pay was $650
Oh,
enclosed.
yeah,
It could weigh up to 7,100 pounds.
How much this thing? What's it worth? What's
And-
the retail value on this thing? It's a 2020.
Yeah, let's look at. That's probably a better.
Yeah, right. Because this thing's at least $100 grand, right? Gotta be.
I would think so, wouldn't you?
Oh God, I'd go even higher.
Holy
mackerel, oh my God!
Yeah, it starts at that. That's a starting price.
Okay, all right. This is what I love. Okay, let's take what's the carrier pay? $650 divided by what? 300,000. So the carrier pay is 0.002% of the value of the vehicle. So what would you charge? If it's a $300,000 vehicle, you want it enclosed. Shoot, man, we might be able to charge these guys $3 grand to move this thing. How far is it going?
2,500. It's only going 350 miles.
350?
No, it's going 350 miles. I bet they're charging them 1,000 would be my guess. Just off the top of my head.
I'd go higher. No, I'd go higher than that.
Yeah.
This is
No,
this
Blue
is
Star
a
doesn't usually
champagne
charge
moment.
that
Although you're right,
Yeah.
there's a lot of competition. This is Florida.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, okay, so how about this? What do you think the other quotes were? 2 grand, 3 grand, and these and then somebody got it.
A lot of people look at quotes and they don't look at the cost of the vehicle or the weight sometimes. I mean, it depends on the broker. If someone called me and told me that, first thing I would do would look that thing up. I'd see how much it weighed. I'd see how much it cost, and then I'd go from there. I think the transporter needs to get more like $2 a mile minimum, just because of the weight of the vehicle. It's equal to 2 vehicles right there.
Yeah, but
Then you
now we
have the
got to pay
cost of
you,
it,
and
you
now
gotta
we got to
throw
pay
that
them. We can't do it.
Yeah.
We can't do it. In fact, we were going to ask you to do it for $550. Help me out. Sweet
Yeah,
old lady.
that's- I mean-
It's a sweet old lady. She just got a tank.
Sweet
Her
old
kids. No, this is good. I got it. The kids put their money in. The farm hasn't been doing well, and then all the kids got together. It's her 90th birthday. Sweet old lady, and she just got a
She
tank,
needs a tank.
for her birthday. And we're moving it. And we need your help.
You're crazy.
Oh,
Grandma's
man.
getting a tank. It's because everybody's going to turn into zombies that took the shot, and she's in Florida, and they want to make sure she's covered.
In fact, reference ID, Grandma's getting a tank.
Yep. Oh my God.
Oh, sheesh.
It'll probably move. Somebody's probably going to do this for that rate, but I would ask for more money. A Blue Star usually doesn't come up on price unless it's been
Are
sitting
we
there for a
being
while.
unfair? Let us know. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. put it in the live chat. Put it in the comments below. I'm sure it'll just show up in the not thumbs up. But whatever it is, let us know. I mean, here's the thing. The problem is, I was a dispatcher for years, and it drove me crazy. And Sue still does it. And there are folks that still need carriers. Got to move. It is just, I don't know why it's so crazy. But it is super crazy. And even though we're speculating live, this speculation is hitting home. I mean, just like popcorn. Somebody's like, truth, truth, truth. Can I get an amen? It's like a revival. It's the Dispatching Revival,
Amen.
live on Dispatching Live. Hey, can I get an amen? Sue, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
It is
No
always an
problem at
interesting
all.
experience. And yeah,
Yes.
I won't be here next week, so we put in a little extra time. But Sue, keep sending me those emails. Everybody out there in TV land, keep emailing Sue and me. Got to pay you. Got to pay them. Start N Lurch. Let us know what Start N Lurch have you seen? Where should Sue's cardboard cutout be? How's the super? How's right? We say super, and it conjures a different company. How's the incredible load board doing next week? How's that going for you?
Yeah.
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 So keep us posted.
Definitely send me emails about that one.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Send Sue.
I know I'm going to be sending them to Jay.
Oh man, my inbox is gonna be stuffed.
With stuff. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. All right. Well, thanks everybody, and you know what to do. Say goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye,
Bye,
Sue.
Sue.